We are going to have a game. What is it about? This game is about stereotype. Because as you know, we are all from different types of countries, so we have all different types of cultures, and we all have different types of stereotype about all the countries. So, and we talked about it with Enrico yesterday, like the difference between Italian and French people, the stereotype that we have. And I think we all have stereotype about food. It happens all around the world. That's why I will do this quiz with you. Perfect. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So the first question is coconut oil healthier than butter? No. Yes or no?
Last one.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have your answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what do you think?
No.
No? And what do you think? So you think that the butter is healthier than...
Yes. Yes.
You're right. Butter is healthier than coconut oil. Why? Why? I will explain it. So the fact is that we eat different types of fat. And in most cases we talk about bad fat and good fats. So in general, vegetable oil are good fats. Okay, we all know that. But coconut oil is a different product. Because when we talk about good and bad fats, we talk about the kind of fats. So we have 3 or 4 different types of fats. And the fact is that in both products you have saturated fatty acids. And this is what we call bad fats. And we have much more saturated fatty acids in coconut oil than butter. So if you have 2 persons, they eat every day, 1 person eats every day butter and 1 person eats every day coconut oil, this person who eats coconut oil will have much more risk to have cardiovascular diseases than the one who eats butter every day. Okay, so the second question is, peas, chickpeas, red beans and corn are leguminous. What do you think, guys?
I don't know the definition of leguminous.
No. No.
Oh, no?
We think no.
And you?
No. Corn
It is.
not.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Corn as well?
Yes. Yes. So we have different types of families in food. So you have vegetables. In most cases, we said that corn, chickpeas, and so on are vegetables. That is not false, but particularly is leguminous. So you have big family of vegetables, and in this family you have leguminous. And so the particular fact about leguminous is that it is not a cereal product, it is not vegetables, but it's in between. Because it contains a lot of fibers, minerals, vitamins, okay, as vegetables, but it's also really rich in calories as cereal products, so as wheat, rice, bread, and so on. That's why it's both of them, plus it contains protein, vegetable protein. That's why it's not just a vegetables, that's not just a cereal product, it's a leguminous. Okay? Question 3. Dairy products need to be removed from a balanced diet.
I think no.
So, what do you think?
No.
No?
No.
And no. Okay, you're right. We don't need to remove dairy products from a balanced diet. But the fact is that when we talk about a balanced diet, we talk about diversify your food, we talk about no restriction, we talk about we can eat whatever you want, but you have to make sure that you have a look on the quantity. So we don't need to remove them, and we always talk about the bad things about dairy products, but there is also good things. Like it is full of protein, of calcium, and it's good for hydration. Okay? Okay, so next question. Avocados contain a lot of good fats for our health.
Yes.
What do you think in general? Okay.
We're also for
I also think yes.
Yes, it is. It is. So it contains a good fat for our health, but as you said, it's fat. So some people eat it like it is vegetables, but it contains fats. It's good fat, so it can decrease the risk. Decrease it this way. Decrease the risk of having cardiovascular diseases, but in the same time it's fat, so you do not have to eat all the time avocados. But in the same way, it depends on what you eat. Like, if you want to eat much more avocado in the day, but you just have to make sure that you don't eat a lot of butter or oil in the same day, and it's okay. It's just an adjustment.
Okay.
So, question 5. Potatoes are vegetables. I like this question.
Yeah, sure.
So guys, what do you think?
We think they're part of the root vegetable family.
Yes.
So yes.
So it's a vegetables for you. And for you?
No.
It was like half and half.
Yeah, we have 50-50.
Okay. So do you know why I like this question?
No.
Because there is 2 answers. So it depends with which person you talk. So if you talk with a farmer, he will say that it's a vegetables because the way that he cultivates it, it's like a vegetable. But if you talk about that with a dietitian, she will tell you that it's not a vegetable, that is a cereal product, as rice, as wheat, and so on and so on. More calories in potato, as pasta, bread, and so on, than just a cucumber or a carrot or so on.
Is it
So
good
what is
that
the
they-
answer?
So,
Both are right.
as I am a dietitian, I will say that no, it's not a vegetable.
Is it
It
true
is a
that they-
cereal product. But if you talk with a farmer, he will say it's a vegetable.
So both are right.
So, question 6. If you eat less, you will definitely lose weight for a long-term situation.
No.
Not
Okay, guys,
Much,
when you are
but-
ready,
very lot of fat.
what is your answer?
No cereal.
No.
No.
No and no. Okay, you're right. No. So that's the point. You will probably lose weight, but after gain weight and lose weight and gain weight and lose weight. So the most important thing is to have a balanced diet and to make sure that the quantity is really adapted to yourself. Like listen to your feelings and emotions, listen to your feeling of hunger, satiety, fullness, and so on and so on. And in that way, you can perhaps lose weight. It's a good beginning like this way, and not just in eating less and eating less and eating less. Okay? Okay. Question 7. Okay, so what do you think?
We think yes.
Yes? Yes, okay, you're right. You won't just eat the tablets, you will just eat few slices. So, yeah, maybe.
But it's hard.
But it's hard. No. And also, it's good for our health because it contains a lot of magnesium. So, question 8, 1.5. It's okay to eat something unhealthy if you quantify it.
Very good.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Question 9. Bread, pasta, rice, and cereal products in general favors gain weight.
Yes.
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 And the answer is no. Wow. It is not bread, pasta, or cereal products in general who favors gain weight, but it's 2 other things. How many you eat and what you eat with it. And I don't know for you, but not in Poland, but in France, when you come to a restaurant, you go to your table, the fork and the knife, the glass of water is ready for you, and you have a box of bread. So even if you didn't order before, you eat a lot of bread. So we struggle a lot with this question because people eat a lot of bread in France. So they think that it's bread who favors gain weight, but it's not just bread, it's the quantity of bread that we eat. Question 10. Some parts of our body favor the detox. Yes.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations. It's the first time that I put this question and everybody say yes. So yes, that's true. So you have, as I said, the lungs, because when you breathe in and breathe out, you have CO2 who came out and come in and so on, and it's get out the toxins in your body. You have also your skin, because when you sweat, you have all this water who get out to your skin, and there is toxin in the sweat, so you get out toxin in this way. You have also, as you said, kidney, and you have also your gut. And what I would like to add also is that I always have people who told me, hey, can I eat lemon during 3 days to do a detox? Now I'm detox for life. But it won't work at all. Even if you just eat lemon, the fact is that as we have some parts of our body who favor detox, we don't need food to detox ourselves. We have our organs to do that. But I always say the same thing as for magnesium and chocolate and so on. If you have a balanced diet and you want to add some detox food, then it will enhance the effect of detox. But it won't, if you don't have a balanced diet and just eat lemon, it won't have any effects. So Okay, well, almost finished. Question 11. In a balanced diet, you could eat crisps and sugar. Okay, so what do you think? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
You're all right. So as you said, because I heard it's about the quantity, always, so have that. If you are used to eat sugary, sweet things or fat things and so on, why do you have to stop that? You can continue to do that because it's your pleasure and we can have pleasure in our lives. So you can do it, but just you have to make sure that if you eat too much of that, just to quantify it and try to eat a little bit less of that, and that's it. It's easy to say, but not easy to do. Okay, question 12. Vegan diet is healthier than a balanced diet.
No.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. First time also that I heard no. In most cases I heard yes in answer. So you're right, no. In a way that vegetarian diet is good. Okay, because it contains protein. But in most cases, if you are vegan, you have to take pills because you lack a lot of minerals and a lot of protein. So it's possible to have a vegan diet and have a balanced diet, but you need to take pills. Okay, question 13. If you eat too much fruits, it's not dangerous for your health.
It's nothing.
And also fructose is not just in fruit, it's also in biscuits. Like in a chemical way, we put some fructose to add this sweet taste. And that is also a point that we don't know that because there is not a lot of people who look at the ingredients behind the packaging of the biscuit, for example. But there is a lot of that. So if you eat a lot of biscuit, a lot of fruits, and you don't do sport and so on, you will create a lot of fats from fructose into your liver. And at the end, it can create some cancer, it can also create some cirrhosis. You know the name? It's like when people drink a lot, sometimes they have a cirrhosis, like their liver, it's too much for the liver. So we can have the same disease just with fructose. So that's why the recommendation is about 2-3 fruits per day. Okay, and sugar is similar to drugs for our brain.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we like it. Yes, so it's a total yes for everybody?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So like few years before, there is some scientific researches about that. So we are more addicted about sugar than drugs. The fact is that in our brain, we have a hormone. This name is dopamine. In most cases, we heard of that when we do sports. The dopamine. And the fact is that when you eat sugar or sweet things like candy or so on, when you eat sugar, sweet things, you have this hormone in your brain who said, hey, give me that again and again and again and again. It's always the fact. It's a normal situation. Every tip to make sure that the youngest children and the baby don't eat too much sugar because they will be addictive really long, and it will be really hard for them to stop that or to avoid that when they're adults.
We know.
Yeah, yeah, we know. And the last question: what is the best sweet product in this list? Sugar, honey, coconut sugar, or maple syrup?
So our answer is honey.
Honey.
I would say coconut.
Honey.
We say, huh?
The best one is maple syrup. In a way that maple syrup have really a sweet taste, much more than honey. So in a way that we think that we put less maple syrup than honey, it will be less. There will be less calories in maple syrup than honey. But I would say that honey and maple syrup, it's okay. It's the better one, but if really you want to have the best, it's about maple syrup. Okay, so I finished with this activity. So thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.